waiting on the German goal line like a coiled spring. Over to the left of my screen in blue boats, blue buoyancy aids and white helmets are the incredible Italians. Sprinting from Italy, it's going to be Captain Catania. She's off, looking neck and neck at the moment. Schmalenbach just beats her to the post by about half a boat length and just slides over the deck, turning the ball over to the Italians. Germany immediately start with an attack. Rützen looking dangerous. Shut down by Maddalena Lago. Leonie Wagner to take immediately in the zone, trying to make some space, is Hilke Vogt going toe-to-toe with Trevisan. Wagner looking dangerous once again. Lago swats it away. Vogt and Schmalenbach battling in the zone. The Italians looking like they might want to push out a little bit, but they're now settling back into their 3-1 defence. Ball goes left, find Rützen, who keeps it under control, chooses to recycle it back round to Wagner. Lovely ball in. No, that's been called back to the play on. There's a paddle foul back on that far side of the pitch, so it's looking like it's going to be taken from where Schmalenbach is now. Recycled out immediately. In goes Rützen. She's on her own. She's been abandoned. Sails over the bar. That is uncharacteristic from Jill Rützen. The Italians now within a chance to give the Germans something to think about. Now this, the Germans' absolute forte, their defence. They are strong as anything, and you can just see the boat of Chiara Trevisan bouncing off the outside. She's being held at arm's length by the Germans. They are giving absolutely not an inch of ground here on pitch one. Italians are going to have to hit them with a lot more speed if they're going to stand any chance of finding some real estate in front of the German goal. Lago takes it round for a different approach. Landolina, shot, stopped and kept under control by Rützen, but she finds herself under fire. Unfortunately, leans on the boat of Italy. That's a couple of very unfortunate leaning fouls for the Germans. Meanwhile, they are scrambling to eject Landolina from the goal. Both teams not quite got their shots in the right places so far. A little bit of settling time needed for both teams, it looks like. Grunewald brings it up. Into the zone goes Schmalenbach and Vogt. Leonie Wagner starts the charge. Grunewald back out to Wagner. In goes Kunz, back out to Wagner. The Italians doing an absolutely wonderful job of holding back the German tide. Ball once again pivots around Leonie Wagner at the back. Shot! Side of the bar. Hasn't taken a deflection, I don't think, so that's just gone straight off for a goal line throw. Germans not being caught on the break. That's their move. Time enough for the Germans to bring on their more defensive players. Schaeper takes the top. Sat in goal, ready for anything, is Lotte Bendik. Lovely ball over the top. Finds Catania. Catania back out to Landolina. Landolina looking for Lago. Finds her. Foul in the German camp. The Germans now with their characteristic defend and break, but the Italians, they're just too quick. Landolina's well back in goal. A goalless half so far here on pitch one, which is surprising. Plenty of teams have plenty of opportunities here. Rutsin takes it in. Pivots around the back. Grunewald, bottom bar. Off for a goal, sideline throw. Just settling things down here on pitch one. Eda Prestopino trying to find some room in the German zone, but in both quarters you can see the Germans are not giving them an inch of ground. Lago looking for the pass in the zone, doesn't have it. Pivots around Bonvenga to Campagna. "15 seconds left on the shot clock. We need to see something from the Italians now." Lago. Oh, oof. The fakes the pass, takes the shot. Grunewald finds herself under fire from Lago. She needs to find a friend. Rutsin is there. A very reassuring presence on the pitch. Jill Rutsin. Play on. That is a warning for number 10 for Italy. Landolina, she'll need to tread carefully for this next 17 minutes. No, excuse me, 13 minutes. Can't do my maths here. Wagner. Rutsin. Back into Wagner, who starts the charge. Rutsin, in goes Grunewald. Grunewald looking dangerous. Resets. Wagner comes out, pivots, and takes another go. In comes Rutsin. Shot stopped before it even reaches the goalkeeper's paddles. And Italy, to hold back the tide of the Germans, are doing amazing work here. Although there is a spot opening up on this near side with Hannah Kuntz. I think that's being swiftly closed up by the Italians, who have slotted into a more flat 4 rather than a 3 and 1. Ball to Grunewald, looking for the pass in the zone. It's not on. The Germans absolutely hammering that Italian defence. Play on, takes the shot. It's a warning again for illegal holding. It's Eda Prestopino this time. Kuntz, number 4 from Germany, just trying to open up some space on this near side here. Schmalenbach joins her. 1 minute and 42 seconds left on the game clock. 52 seconds on the game clock. Still very much all to play for. I don't know if you can just hear that wind coming in. The wind has certainly picked up here in Deqing. The weather has significantly improved. Absolutely torrential. Ooh, off the side of the bar. Again, uncharacteristic from Leonie Wagner. Normally one of the most reliable shooters in the world. The Italians, to their credit, having held the Germans so definitively. Just taking a minute to retrieve the ball, and I think that's referee Evan Kong just asking for a little bit of calm here in the German half of things, where the Italians and Germans are trying to take chunks out of each other. Lago brings it up. Mazzanti working in the zone alongside Prestopino. Catania. Back out to Trevisan. Trevisan takes it herself. Over the top, that's very skillfully controlled. Opportunity goes off. Interesting, okay. Called back to the paddle foul, not given as a penalty. The Germans are going to pile boats in between the taker and their goal, recycled out immediately. Germans actually being compressed quite effectively by the Italians here, which is really surprising. Catania back out to Trevisan. Into Catania. 24 seconds left. Shot clock is now game clock. The Italians are going to make sure that the Germans have no chance for the break part of the infamous German defend and break. They need to get this away now. 10 seconds left. Long shot. Oh, just flicked away by Lotte Bendik. Fair play. That was dropping in top right corner. Absolutely beautiful. So, confirmed a goalless first half here on pitch one. That is a surprise. I think both teams, as I said, having plenty of opportunity, but just not sticking the landing and making good on any of their threats so far. Goodness me. Just while we're focusing on the Italians here, worth noting they have said they want a medal this year. I think with the way they're playing, they very much are in contention. Really, really good to see them bringing so much aggression against such a formidable team as the Germans. I want this for Italy as well. I think they've more than earned it over the years. They've been very consistent. I think that's underrated in canoe polo. They've always been up there. I was reading in the little questionnaire that we sent out to the teams. Ada Prestapina has been part of the national team since 2002, which is very impressive. Just while we've got you, actually, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the International Canoe Federation, the Chinese Canoe Association, Huzhou City, Deqing County, Yupin Sports, the Guokong Group, Latour Sports, and Kailas. If we're going to go pan over to the German side, yep, there they are. They are looking like they're tidying things up and they're happy with their team talk. They've said they're aiming for first, as always. They've got 2 players on this senior women's team who are eligible for under 21 teams still. So Schmalenbach and Grunewald, they could be on the under 21 team, but they've come up to seniors. And on the subject of players with a long history, Schaeper and Wagner, they've both been on the national team for over 10 years. So impressive. They look determined over in the German camp. They've got the skills, they know they can do this. Honestly, I think if they just tidy up the shooting, they'll be absolutely fine. Getting things underway. Once again, the referees for this match are Ivan Fernandez and Evan Kong. Ivan looking ready for anything. Sprinting from Germany, it's going to be Hannah Kunz who is going toe-to-toe with Kogoni, Silvia Kogoni. Heavy contact with the body. Yep, that's the one. Very well worked sprint, but just excessive contact with the body of Silvia Kogoni means that's an illegal kayak tackle. It will be Italy that get the first attack underway here on pitch one. I think the Germans holding the Italians much further out than the last half. Lago runs in on the far side. Landolina takes it herself. The no-look pass to Lago. 46 seconds left. Just a play on resetting that shot clock. Being turned away at the border is Roberta Catania. Lago. Ooh. Cannoned into that bottom right corner of that goal, but just flicked away by the Germans. Lago to take. Takes it short herself. Landolina. Back out to Lago. The Italians need to make sure they don't overcommit on this, because if this goal doesn't go in, the Germans will break on them, and they are very well practiced in defend and break. Catania. All the way across to Landolina. Landolina needs to keep her hands on it, finds herself under pressure from Shaper. Stopped in her tracks by Svenja Shaper. Catania takes it in herself. She's being well covered by Kuntz. Off for a goal line throw. Once again, these shots just not hitting their mark. Italians now needing to set up their defense. Germany with a fine opportunity to put some balls in some goals. Hilke Vogt runs into the zone. She's joined by Schmalenbach. Leonie Wagner takes the ball in on this near side here. Pivots around Shaper to Rutsen. Rutsen looking dangerous. That took a deflection. That was an absolute monster from Rutsen. Once again, Italy, to their credit, are holding the Germans out of the zone. I think that was Jill Rutsen just charging in on that wing. Lovely ball over the top. That's uncharacteristic from Leonie Wagner, but she's managed to keep hold of it. Tees up to protect that ball from Kolgoni. Rutsen, Shaper. Round to Wagner, who's looking dangerous. Swatted away, but Germany keep the rebound. Wagner needs to find a friend here. Italy very happy to chase out and have a chance to put the Germans on the back foot. Not many people can claim to have done that. Great work from Julia Bonvenga. Wagner, Shaper, Rutsen thinking about it. Lovely pass inside the zone, but being ejected very, very quickly. I think that was just Kolgoni recognizing the dangerous presence of Schmalenbach. Just saying, right, out you go. Long ball over to Shaper. In goes Wagner. Once again, pivots around Svenja Shaper out of the back. Rutsen throwing the weight forward and trying to move that Italian defense out of the way, clearing that path. Germany come back out to have another go. All committing to this attack. Rutsen finds the pass inside the zone. No, it's turned over to the Italians. Bonvenga finds herself in trouble here. Svenja Shaper, very strong, manages to resist the pass, gets the ball away to Prestapina. Prestapina once again also under fire. Keeps her head long enough to keep control of the ball here for Italy. Catania slowing things down a little bit. Catania to Bonvenga, to Lago. Lago takes it in. Lago takes it in herself, tries to draw Leonie Wagner towards it. It works, but the Germans are all over it. And you can just see Svenja Schaefer just pressing out to try and shut down the attack. Shot clock shot. Lob pass over the top. Clears the top of the bar with feet to spare. Grunewald brings the ball up for Germany. Italy using this time to bring on some more defensive players. And fresh players. Grunewald comes in. She's stopped by Trevisan. Schmalenbach and Vogt immediately set about trying to dismantle this Italian defence. Rützen, Grunewald. Rützen again. Kunz. Surely that's a green card. Yeah, that's really unfortunate for the Italians. It's a very unpopular decision by the referees, but at the same time, I don't really think there was anything that the refs could have done differently, to be honest. So that's for Veronica Nazzanti in the sin bin for 2 minutes. Germany now a boat up. Just while that was happening, Hilke Vogt's come off the pitch to bring Svenja Schaefer on. Grunewald, Schaefer, Kunz. No goal, foul on the goalkeeper. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the penalty timer. And we're going to see the Germans press out here, go boat to boat, man to man. Meanwhile, Lotte Bendik lurks in wait in the goal. Germans effectively penning Italy into their own half. Grunewald just trying to keep up with Kogoni. Kogoni seems to have gotten away from her enough to have some room to breathe. Long ball up to Landolina. Landolina finds herself under fire and she is being absolutely deported by Rützen. Amazingly, the Italians have managed to move the ball up. That's not where that wanted to go. Finds the hands of Jill Rützen. Jill Rützen knows confidently that Schmalenbach is all over it. Long ball over. Plenty of time for Jill Rützen. She's on her own. She is unchallenged. Lindalina tries to stop her. Swatted away. What an absolute monster from Rützen. Lago, you can see she is very, very pleased with herself here, and as she should be. That was absolutely beautiful to save a goal that's coming off a deflected paddle. You've got no time to think about that whatsoever, and especially with the amount of power coming from Jill Rützen. Lago has done so well there. 6 seconds left on the sin bin timer before Italy come back up. Rützen now needs to bury this. Taken off for a corner. Beautifully done. Italians now back up to full strength. Everything getting very animated in the Italian corner, but say what you like about the Italians, I'm never bored. Grunewald looking dangerous, shut down. Catania takes control. Finds Trevisan. Lovely ball across, absolutely beautiful work. One Wenger, but under pressure from Schmalenbach, needs to resist. The Germans pressing out. Jill Rützen looking to give Kogoni some grief. Grunewald's made it. Oh my goodness. With 37 seconds left to go, who would have put money on the Italians getting one over on the Germans while the Germans were working a 5-man press? That is absolutely brilliant here, and what an upset. So the Germans just needing to keep their heads here. They are one of the most, if not the most disciplined women's polo team in the world. They are going to work this, and they know that they can do this. You can see a quiet has fallen down upon pitch 1 as the Germans carefully construct an attack, but they're going to be able to gain some ground here. They need to let the taker in to take it. I think the referee's cottoning on to any time delaying tactics. Leonie Wagner swatted away, and surely there's nothing the Germans can do about this. They do not have time. That is it. Who would have had this? Goodness me. And the absolute elation on the Italian faces. Absolutely fair play to them. They have more than earned this. They've played spectacularly here on pitch 1. Oh boy, I think I need to go have a lie down. Thank you so much again to our sponsors. Thank you for joining us here on pitch 1. The next game here on pitch 1 is the 12 p.m. local time senior women's division. That's going to be the Netherlands taking